Hello my dear students, welcome to the second video of the chapter Going to School. In today's class, we will cover the other means of transport like camel cart, bullock cart, bicycle ride and jugad. Okay, so let's revise what we have learned and then we will come to today's class. In the previous video, we learned about our country has 28 states and from that we learned a few states and where it is located and which is the means of transport they are using. So, first we started with Assam. In Assam we said they used bamboo bridge. Why they use bamboo bridge? Because it is easily available in Assam. Because bamboo grows in wet region and Assam is a place where they receive very high rainfall. And the bridge what is constructed there is bamboo bridge. Children use bamboo bridge to reach school. Okay. Now the next one you learnt is about Ladakh, right? The place known as Ladakh, and which is the means of transport they use to cross the river? Trolley, and trolley is used by a simple machine called as pulley, right? Then we learnt about the cement bridge, right? Cement bridge, and we compared it with the bamboo bridge. Which one was stronger? Cement bridge was stronger. And lastly, we learnt about our own Kerala's means of transport, Vallam. So today we will start with the topic Vallam itself. We will learn what are the other ways of transport that we use on water. Okay, let's start with that first. The other ways that we use to travel on water are ship, steamers, motorbikes, raft, houseboats. Okay, there are different kinds of means of transport that we use on water to travel. One is ship, steamers, motorbikes as well as the raft, houseboats. Okay, there are different means by which we travel on water other than Vallam. So we will come to today's topic, that is about camel cart. Camel cart is mostly seen in Rajasthan. So let's locate Rajasthan first. Rajasthan lies towards the western part of our country. You can see Rajasthan here. Capital of Rajasthan is Jaipur, and in Rajasthan it's a desert land. Okay, these are some of the specialities of a desert land. In desert land it is always hot and dry. The climate is always hot and dry because they receive very little rainfall, or they don't receive any rainfall there. So the desert land always remain hot and dry. There is less water available, so no much of the plants grow in a desert. So living in a desert is very difficult. Okay, because it's a very dry land. It has sand all over the places. It has a very loose sand all over the places. Okay, and it's very dry also. There is no water around there. It's very difficult for a life to sustain in desert. But camel can easily live in desert because they are well adapted towards the desert because of the special features what the camel is having. This camel is called as a ship of the desert because it can live in desert, can travel in desert very easily. Okay, so let's see some of the special features of camel which makes camel easily adaptable to the desert. So let's start with the padded feet. In your lower classes, you have learned that the feet of camel is called as a padded feet, and it has been specially made. What is the speciality? It can walk easily in the loose sand. Its leg will not get sink in the loose sand, as well as the thick padded feet protects it from the hot ground. Okay, you know that it's a very hot and dry land. So the sand also will be very, very hot. So this padded feet, what they will do, it will protect the camel's leg from hotness. Okay, from the very heat of the ground. Okay, that is the specialty of padded feet. Now let's look to the long legs of camel. The long legs, what it happens? It will keep the camel off the hot sand and keep the body cool. Okay, it will keep the body very cool because it have a long legs. Okay, now next one about the leathery mouth. You know that the plants which you usually see in desert have thorns in that. They have spiky plants. So what happened? There is a chance of getting the thorns inside the mouth. So they have a very thick leathery mouth. So it can easily eat the spiky plants. Next one about the nostrils. As I said earlier, the deserts have very loose sand. So there is a chance of flying away these sands. Okay, if there is a wind or a breeze, this sand will start flying away. So what happens? There is a chance to get the dust particles inside the nose. So they have a very stretchy nostrils which keep out the sand. Okay, next one, long eyelashes. As I said earlier, because of the sand dust, there is a chance of getting sand inside the eyes. So they have long eyelashes to prevent the sand from getting into its eyes. Then they have their hump on their back and they have a so many hairs on their body also. Okay, why there is hump on their back? To store the food and water. The camel can survive in the desert for the lots of days without having food. So there is a hump to protect the camel to remain in the desert for a long period of time without food and water. Okay, and they have a hair on their body to protect against the sun. So these are the special features of camel which helps a camel to get adapted to the desert. So what is the mean of transport that is used in Rajasthan? Camel cart. And they have used which animal to pull the cart? Camel. Okay, they have used the camel to pull the cart. Do you think that these animals find it easier to pull these carts, these weights? No, we are not showing any justice to them, right? We are showing cruelty towards the animals. They are used to pull the heavy objects. So we are not doing a right thing, but the people in Rajasthan use camel cart and the children also use the camel cart to reach the school. So this is all about the desert land Rajasthan and the mean of transport where they use, that is camel cart. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, bullock cart. That is also driven by an animal, right? You can see in the picture. Bulls are used to drive the bullock carts and you can see the children also standing in the carriage and they are going to school. Okay, because in villages, in the plain area, they don't have a car or a bus or a motorcycle or anything to reach the school. So they have used these kind of means to reach the school. Okay, so what is the means of transport they have used? Bullock carts. It have a wooden carriage at the back and it is being pulled by the bullocks here. And you can see two different types of bullock carts here. One without the roof and other one with roof. So different varieties they have, as well as you can see the wheels of the bullock carts. They have two wheels on either side. Some of the bullock carts use tires. There may be four wheels. Okay, different varieties of bullock carts are seen in villages. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Next one is bicycle ride. Okay, children, girls who usually live in villages, they find very difficult to reach the school because they have to travel a long distance and they don't have a means of transport, they don't have a vehicle to reach the school. So they got bicycle. So they can travel through any difficult road and they can reach the school. Okay, so they have another means of transport through which they can reach school is bicycle. They can ride the bicycle and reach the school which are far distant. Okay, now next one is about Gujarat. So let's locate Gujarat first. Gujarat is towards the western part. You can see Gujarat here, and the means of transport what they have used is Jugad. Do you find any difference in this vehicle other than the usual vehicle what we see in our cities and town? Right? There are lots of difference, right? Jugad is a special kind of vehicle. Okay, it is made out of waste materials of different vehicles. You can see in the second picture, the front part of this vehicle is of a motorbike. At the back part of it, it's a plank of wood. And the tire, you can see it is of a different vehicle. You can see in the first picture also, the front part is of a tractor, the carriage is of another vehicle. Look, the wheels also, it is also of another vehicle. So Jugad is made out of the waste materials of different vehicles. Okay, they will take a part by part of different vehicles and they make a new vehicle called as Jugad. And where you can find Jugad? We can find good Jugad in Gujarat, and Gujarat is towards the western side of our country. Okay, so let's see once again. We learned different ways by which we can travel on water, ship, steamers, motorbike, raft, right? Then we learned in Rajasthan what kind of a means of transport do we use? Camel cart, and what are the special features of camel which make it adaptable to the desert. Then we learned about bullock carts. Okay, and what is the animal that pull the bullock cart. Then we learned about the bicycle ride, how the girls traveled a long distance to reach the school. Okay, even the difficult road, they can travel it very easily on a bicycle. Then lastly, we learned about Jugad, which is in Gujarat, and Jugad is a vehicle that is made out of waste materials of different vehicles. Okay, I hope these topics are clear for you. You will read from page number 5, 6 and 7. You will read the textbook clearly, answer the question which is given in the textbook. I hope, my dear children, you have understood these topics. Thank you.